Genene Jones, an American nurse, became one of the most notorious figures in medical history due to her alleged involvement in a series of suspicious infant deaths in the early 1980s. Her case raised significant questions about the trust placed in healthcare professionals and the safeguards that should be in place to protect vulnerable patients. This narrative delves into Genene Jones's life, the crimes she committed, and the subsequent impact on healthcare practices. Genene Jones was born on July 13, 1950, in Texas. Raised in a seemingly normal family, she graduated high school and later pursued a career in nursing. She received her nursing degree in 1971, quickly establishing a reputation as a dedicated caregiver. Jones worked at various hospitals, but her time at the Bexar County Hospital in San Antonio marked a significant turning point in her life. In the early 1980s, Jones began working at the pediatric unit of the hospital, where she was primarily responsible for caring for infants. It was during this period that a series of unexplained infant deaths began to occur. Between 1981 and 1982, several babies in her care died under suspicious circumstances, leading colleagues and doctors to raise concerns. A notable case involved a healthy infant named Chelsea McClellan, who suddenly went into cardiac arrest while under Jones's care. Despite the efforts of medical personnel, Chelsea did not survive. This incident, among others, prompted an investigation into Jones's actions and the alarming rise in the death rate among infants in the unit. Investigating deeper into the cases surrounding Jones, investigators found a disturbing pattern. Many of the infants who died had received a lethal dose of medications, particularly succinylcholine, a potent paralytic agent. Medical staff began to suspect that Jones was intentionally harming the infants, perhaps as a misguided attempt to showcase her skills as a nurse, or to gain attention. In 1982, authorities arrested Genene Jones after she was linked to the suspicious deaths of several infants. She faced charges of murder and attempted murder, with prosecutors alleging that she had deliberately injected infants with fatal doses of medication. The evidence against her was compelling, leading to a trial that would capture national attention. Jones's trial began in 1984, and it quickly turned into a sensational event. During the proceedings, witnesses testified about her erratic behavior, which included a tendency to boast about her nursing skills and a strange obsession with her patients. The prosecution presented evidence of the infant's unexplained medical emergencies, supported by testimony from medical experts, who confirmed that the doses administered could not have been given accidentally. On the other hand, the defense argued that the infants had pre-existing medical conditions that contributed to their deaths. However, the jury ultimately found Jones guilty of murder in the case of one infant, with the jury deadlocking on charges related to other deaths. In 1984, she was sentenced to 99 years in prison. Genene Jones's case raised critical questions about patient safety and accountability in healthcare settings. Her actions highlighted the need for stricter regulations and better monitoring of medical professionals. In response to the case, many hospitals began implementing more rigorous protocols for patient care and surveillance to prevent similar incidents from occurring. Jones's story continued to evoke interest long after her conviction. In 1985, her conviction was made the subject of several books and documentaries, examining the psychological motivations behind her actions and the systemic failures that allowed her to operate for so long without detection. Despite her life sentence, Genene Jones's case took another turn in the 1990s when Texas enacted a law that allowed inmates to be released after serving a portion of their sentence. In 2017, it was announced that Jones could be eligible for parole in 2018. This news sparked outrage among the families of her victims and the public, leading to renewed calls for justice and accountability. In 2021, Jones faced additional charges related to the deaths of other infants, including the case of 15-month-old Ruthie Waller. Prosecutors sought to ensure that she remained behind bars, but legal battles continued regarding her potential release. The case remains a chilling reminder of the potential for abuse within the healthcare system. Genene Jones's story is a haunting tale of betrayal, manipulation, and the dark side of healthcare. Her actions left an indelible mark on the medical community, serving as a cautionary tale of the importance of vigilance and accountability. As debates about healthcare reform and patient safety continue, the legacy of Genene Jones serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers that can lurk within institutions meant to protect and heal.